Hello students, welcome to Anthropology Academy. Today we will discuss about a question that has come in the 2024 UPSC Anthropology question paper, that is critically discuss the synergistic effect of biological and cultural factors in human evolution. This is one of the important questions that students need to take into account when preparing for upcoming UPSC anthropology paper. So let us discuss the points that you are going to write in your answer sheet if you come across this type of question in future. First of all, this question can also come in a different way by twisting the language of this question. For example, this same question can be asked like, evaluate the combined impact of biological and cultural factors on the process of human evolution, or how do you envision the compact between biology and culture on hominization process? Here, two important keywords you need to concentrate on. First is the biology, and the second one is culture. What is anthropology? If you can recall properly, it is the holistic study of human since its inception till its present in its broadest possible sense. When we talk about hominization process, this is a word that you need to remember. Hominization process, it is basically a biocultural process. Human evolution is a biocultural process where biology and culture, biological evolution and cultural evolution happen together. Biology influenced culture and culture influenced biology. In this question, that is the synergistic effect of biological and cultural factors in human evolution. When you start this question, the synergistic effect of biological and cultural factors in human evolution is a fascinating and complex topic. Now, to critically discuss, we need to split this question in three parts: the biological factors, cultural factors, and synergistic interaction. That is, number one, biological factors. Number two, cultural factors. And number three, synergistic interactions. Synergistic interactions. You need to structure your answer in three different points, and finally you will end the question with conclusion. Understood? Now let's concentrate on the biological factors. Biological factors. What is this biological factors? If you can recall properly, biological factors, biological evolution involves genetic mutation, natural selection, and adaptation to the environment. The major forces of evolution, that is the mutation, natural selection, genetic drift, gene flow, all influence biological factors of human evolution or hominization process. The key factors here, of course, number one, or A, genetic mutations. genetic mutations. Random changes in DNA that introduce new genetic variations. For example, FOXP2 gene, this is a crucial example, FOXP2. FOXP2 gene is associated with speech and language development. Followed by genetic mutations, the second point is natural selection. Second point is natural selection. Traits that enhance survival and reproduction become more common. Bipedalism and increased brain size are examples of traits favored by natural selection. What are the examples? Bipedalism and increased brain size. Bipedalism and increased brain size. These are the two examples you can give. Okay. Now, third point is sexual selection. What is the third point in biological factor? Sexual selection or mate selection. Third point is sexual selection. Sexual selection, that is the traits that increase mating success. Traits that increase mating success, such as reduced body hair and permanent breast size, may have evolved through natural selection. What are the examples? Reduced body size. Reduced body size. The other example is permanent breast size. These are the two examples of sexual selection. Understood? Now comes the second point, the second section of your answer, that is the cultural factor. Cultural factors. What is it? Number 2, cultural. Cultural factors. What is this? Cultural evolution refers to the development and transmission of knowledge, behaviors, and technologies. Key cultural factors include: number 1, tool use and technology. Remember the prehistoric archaeology lessons? Tool use and technology. Tool use and technology. Okay. Number 2, what is this? Tool use and technology. The development of tools such as Acheulean hand axe. We have a lot of stone tools that we have studied, and we are also going to cover them in details in our prehistoric archaeology videos. Hand axes, cleaver, low Paleolithic tools, middle Paleolithic tools, upper Paleolithic tools, Mesolithic tools, Neolithic tools. So tools such as Acheulean hand axe allowed for more efficient hunting and food preparation. Number 2 will be what? Number 2, second point under the cultural factor will be language and communication. Language and communication. Language and communication. Language enabled the sharing of knowledge and the development of complex social structures. So language and communication is another important part of the cultural factors in humanization process or human evolution. Number 3, third point is social organization. Extremely important. Social organization. Social organization. What is it? The formation of social groups and cooperative behaviors influenced survival and reproductive success. The formation of social groups and cooperative behaviors influenced survival and reproductive success. So this is the third point and one of the most important point in the cultural factors of human evolution. Now we integrate the biological and cultural factors, that is the synergistic interaction. What is it? Synergistic interaction. Synergistic interaction. Now what is it? In synergistic interaction we see gene culture coevolution, extremely important. Number one point, gene culture coevolution. Gene culture coevolution. Gene culture coevolution. What is it? Cultural practices influence genetic coevolution. Cultural practices influence genetic evolution and vice versa. For instance, the ability to digest lactose in adulthood, that is the lactase persistence, is a genetic adaptation influenced by the cultural practice of dairy farming. Very important. Ability to digest lactose in adulthood is a genetic adaptation influenced by the cultural practice of dairy farming. Earlier we had lactose intolerance. Adult humans could not digest lactose. But today, after thousands of years of dairy practice, we have grown the ability to digest the lactose. We have lactose persistence. Lactose tolerance has grown. So this is an example of gene culture coevolution. This lactose, you have to mention this. This is an example, prime example of gene culture coevolution. Now moving to the second point under the synergistic interaction. Feedback loop. What is it? Feedback loop. Feedback loop. What is feedback loop? Biological changes can drive cultural developments, which in turn influence further biological evolution. Development of bipedalism freed the hands for tool use. Development of bipedalism what? Freed the hands for tool use, which then influenced brain development and social behaviors. See, earlier monkeys, apes, the primates, our primate cousins, they use the hands for only locomotory purposes. But humans, throughout the humanization process, what happened? We have shifted the usage of hand from locomotory purposes to manipulative purposes. Hands are no longer used for locomotory purposes. They are currently gradually being used for manipulative purposes, so that our precision grip has developed, our ability to manipulate tools, and through which our ability to develop material culture has gradually developed. So this development of bipedalism freed the hands for tool use, which then influenced brain development and social behavior. So this is the second point under the synergistic interaction. And finally the third point is niche construction. Niche construction. What is this? Humans modify their environment through cultural practices, which in turn affects their evolution. The construction of shelters and the use of fire are examples of niche construction. What is it? Construction of shelters, from cave to pit dwelling to building the primordial, most primitive types of houses to the modern houses. This construction of shelters and the use of fire are examples of niche construction. So this is the third example that comes under synergistic interaction. As you see, in conclusion, what is it? In conclusion, we say that the interplay between biological and cultural factors has been a driving force in human evolution. Biological and cultural factors has been a driving force in human evolution. While biological evolution provides the raw material for change, cultural evolution accelerates and directs these changes, leading to the complex and adaptive species we are today. So this is this is how you structure your answer for this question. It is a very important question, very common question, yet a lot of students fail to realize how to answer it properly. So I have given you a brief idea about how do you structure this answer. So stay tuned. This is Anthropology Academy. Anthropology Academy, and this channel is dedicated for learning anthropology. Over next few months I will be discussing about the questions and how to answer them that usually come up in UPSC Anthropology paper, and I will answer all your queries as well. If you have any queries, please let me know in the comment section. So stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, like it, share it, and wait for the next video. I will definitely come up with the next video very soon. Thank you very much.